So in season 1 of Euphoria, Nate chokes Maddie, and the audience is not shocked. She is not shocked. She doesn't scream, she doesn't say anything, and yet she stays with him for a whole nother 2 seasons. And I want to uncover the psychology of how a beautiful, brilliant, successful woman hands over her life to a man who attempts to destroy it. If you're in this type of situation right now, stay and watch this video because it's for you. If you've survived this in the past, stay because this is for you. If you think you may not be this type of woman in your lifetime, stay because this is for you. Because every woman thinks to herself, this could never be me, until it happens. So let's start from the beginning about the storyline of Maddie Perez in Euphoria. She starts off as a magnetic, beautiful young girl who instantly lights up the room. She is magnetic, charming. She is essentially the girl that other girls wish to be like. So in the beginning, Maddie didn't really have a dream. She didn't know what she wanted. She was very lost, and all she knew was Nate. And the scary thing about what happened to Maddie with Nate is not dramatic television writing and storytelling. It's actually textbook intimate partner abuse. It's domestic violence. And this is a story for 1 in 3 women. That means that 1 in 3 women, this has happened to them, this is currently happening to them, or it will happen to them in the future. And those statistics are just so heartbreaking. There are even statistics that says it takes a woman 7 chances to finally leave an abusive partner for good. That means in her attempts to realize that this relationship is dysfunctional and not working, toxic, abusive, it will take her 7 times to come back, go away, come back, go away, before she finally leaves for good or actually is killed in the end. It's not because she is so stupid, she doesn't recognize that this is not okay. She likes the pain, she accepts this, she thinks low about herself. It actually, in psychology, is called trauma bonding. And it goes back to her own childhood, it goes back to her own experiences with the world. When you alternate from a relationship that hurts you and then loves you, this result is actually addicting in the brain. You find those small reasons to stay, or you find whatever you have to find, the crumbs, the little good moments to stay, to find it a good reason to stay. But no matter how good those moments feel, the bad doesn't outweigh the good. It doesn't matter how many amazing things he's done for you if he has ever been violent towards you, even 1 time. It is not okay. And in our brains, we justify it, or we give an excuse to it, or we feel guilty, or we blame it on something externally. But deep down, we know the truth. Deep down. And when you experience those good moments, your brain just wants that back. It just wants relief. So it's really hard for you to get out of that loop. It's like an addiction. And the thing about this cycle of addiction is because your brain actually craves the resolution. It craves the moments when you feel good again. It craves the peaceful moments you once had. You don't stay because you're just simply stupid. It's only because your brain is clinically rewired to chase that high. And what I'm talking about right now is why they call it cycles of abuse. Also because abuse can be generational. It has so many layers to it, and it's really that deep. In plain English, he hurts you, then saves you from the hurt he caused. And how this showed up in Maddie and Nate's relationship is he controlled what she wore, who she went out with, what she did. She basically had to ask his permission to do whatever she needed to do. He basically controlled, he threatened her, he was violent towards her, he cheated on her. And it all starts with those little moments of him instilling doubt and criticism and fear into your mind. You begin to downplay yourself. You begin to shrink yourself. You feel less confident. You feel less empowered. You feel like you need him. You need to rely on him. He isolates you. All these little tactics he tries to pull. And there is a moment in time where this type of woman, she breaks, or she becomes unbreakable. She makes a very important decision, and one of the hardest decisions a woman will ever have to make, and the scariest decisions, because the situation can get 10 times worse if she even attempts to leave. So it's even more dangerous for her to leave, and to make that decision is really powerful. It's more quiet, it's self-assured, and it's knowing that nobody will have that much of me anymore. And if you're a woman and you're watching this right now and you recognize these patterns, I want you to be fully aware. The hardest thing is admitting it to yourself. The saddest thing with my situation right now is I'm making this video currently while I have bruises on my body. So trust me, I know how hard it is. How to spot this behavior happening in your own life. You see, the control happens systematically, gradually, slowly, bit by bit, and they hide it in layers, trying to push you down to get you on their level. At first, you won't really notice it. You won't pick it up. When you do notice it, you'll brush it off. You'll say, well, maybe he's just in a bad mood. But slowly over time, with those consistent actions he will take and things he will say, you will begin to question yourself and be like, whoa, well, how did we end up here? How did we end up here? I just simply can't understand it. From where we came from how we started, how did we end up here? And that's the thing. If he did everything abusive on the first date, you would instantly run and you'd be like, this person has nothing to offer me. That's why he didn't do it on the first date. That's why he hid it. He masked his personality, his true character. And he only started to slowly reveal himself when he felt like he had the capacity to keep you, to trap you. When you were already stuck in the relationship, when you already settled down with him, when you already built something together. And one tactic he will use is gaslighting. You'll just question yourself. You'll just doubt if you're the good person or not. You'll doubt what you did in the relationship to cause this, why you deserve this. You won't believe your reality. He'll find a way to blame everything on you. You'll start to believe a few things, but you will start to think logically and eventually break out of that system. And this is where Maddie makes her own character developments in season 3. In season 1, she didn't know what she wanted to do. She didn't have the passion to do anything at all. But now she's progressing. She started to fill in her own holes in her character by doing something outside of herself, by doing work, not glamorizing work, but just doing something, building a skill, progressing, in a certain industry, asking for what you want, being confident. I'm really proud of her for doing that, and her character development from now turning into a boss ass bitch. And there are 5 stages that Maddie and any other woman going through this undergoes. Please stay for all these stages because it's really informative. You have to be brutally honest in stage 1, which is the audit, and ask yourself, what did they take from you? Who are you right now? Who were you back then when you first met them? Have you seen any progression in yourself? Have you been working on yourself? Be brutally honest about your answer. And I want you to write it on a piece of paper, not on your phone, but write down on a piece of paper the truth. Write down where you're starting from. Write down where you are right now. Write down everything. Just completely just write and write and write. This will help you gain clarity and see where you are. And in a few days, come back to that note and you'll have more clarity, more perspective, more understanding about yourself. Write down and be brutally honest about what was taken from you. Stage 2 is to grieve him, to grieve the situation, and get yourself ready for a new chapter. And you're not grieving the man you thought you knew. And you're not grieving this horrible man. What you're really grieving is the idea that he was actually good, that he was a good person. So you're grieving that thought in your mind. You're grieving all the plans you made. You're grieving that time in your life. It's really hard to let go. Trust me. I know. It's easier for me to say it than for me to even act on it. So I know my own blind spots. But when you're ready, you will make the best decision for yourself. And also, there are 5 stages of grief as well. You are going to have to go through all of those stages. Then you can get to the next part, which I'm going to talk about right now, which is the reconstruction of your own identity. Who are you right now? Who have you become? Who do you want to be? Write down how you want to change your life, how you want to work towards a new version of yourself. Build yourself up. Look at how she acts, how she wants to behave in this world, what she wants to be, what your legacy is, how you want to be perceived, how you want to dress, what you want to do with your time, your life, your energy. And the fastest way to change your story is to start changing your behaviors, start changing your actions. Say that this doesn't align with the person who I am right now. I'm not going to tolerate this any longer. This just doesn't serve me enough. It's just not worth it. Then after reconstructing your identity, stage 4 is building your skills. Because confidence without competence is just a performance. You need to be confident and skillful in whatever you wish to do. Become the best in your industry for what you want to accomplish in your life, and see how your life just changes. And the most beautiful thing about a skill is it cannot be taken from you. Your knowledge cannot be taken from you. What you've learned cannot be taken from you. And that's one of the fears an abuser will try to instill in your brain, that you feel everything can just be taken from you, everything can just fall apart, and you've been left with nothing. You've gained nothing. In fact, you're at a worse position than when you started. But always be learning, always be skillful, always be growing yourself mentally, because nobody can ever take that away from you. And step 5 is you setting the standard. It's quiet, it's not loud, it's not an announcement you make to other people. It's internal. When you decide to uphold those non-negotiables and actually act on it and set the boundary when somebody crosses you, that's the stage. That's the hardest thing you'll ever do, is follow through with what you said you were going to do when somebody crosses your boundary. It hurts, but you're just gonna have to be like a robot and just follow your logic in that point, not follow your emotions. It's actually making an agreement with yourself about what you will allow and what you will not allow anymore in your relationships. You have to make those mistakes to learn what you will and will not accept anymore, what's normal and what is not normal, how you want to be spoken to, treated, how you want to feel every day. I have only seen the first 3 episodes of the new season 3, but so far she is an entirely different person. She seems like a boss bitch who knows what she wants, is trying to get what she wants, is more self-assured, and is actually building herself up, is actually trying to work on herself productively. And I'm so proud of her. I just hope she comes out and gets whatever she wants, and she has a great character development and storyline for her, and a great ending with a great person beside her, or a great identity for herself. And I wish that for every single woman watching this video, because honestly, it's what you fucking deserve. Like, no man or boy should ever try to make you feel less than, that you deserve less than, that you deserve that. And it's the quiet decision that no one outside of her is gonna determine her next move, her worth, and who she is, what she does. If you're in a relationship right now that feels similar to the story and feels like a constant pattern you cannot escape, a cycle that you cannot break, I want you to give grace to yourself. It is hard to leave, and it's the most dangerous thing to leave, because then they have nothing to lose. Might as well hurt you even more on your way out. So I want you to just be level-headed. Try leave safely. Try do the best thing for you. Take your time. Do what you feel is right with your gut feeling. If you're not ready, give yourself grace, because there are simply reasons why you're not ready, and understand what you have to do. And what you are experiencing is a trauma bond. It is something so deeply wired into you, and it's like an addiction. It's so hard to break. You will fall off a couple of times. You're not perfect, but be soft with yourself. You really deserve it, and you deserve someone who makes you feel happy consistently, smile, someone who looks up to you, admires you. And that's what I got told when I was going through my own things. Somebody said to me, they said, you need a man who actually admires you. I don't understand, because you're just so beautiful and gorgeous. You can get anyone. I hope that you get everything you want in this life, and you be safe.